So, this Labour Party conference has been the gift that keeps on giving. Not only we've had the Israel-Palestine issue become quite heated, we've also had the shadow cabinet ministers getting into trouble, we had the councillors getting suspended, we had Keir Starmer getting glitter all over him. It was completely chaotic. But we also had Mark Drakeford, the wannabe dictator of Wales, who was at this conference, and he was approached by Tom Harwood of GB News to talk about the 20 miles per hour blanket policy, and specifically the petition against it. The petition that's been so successful. It's been the most successful petition in the history of Wales and Welsh politics. Let's go to this interview, because Mark Drakeford got a little bit defensive and decided to attack those who oppose his policy.
Hoping to get a response to the petition that's been signed. More signees, of course, than any petition in Welsh politics against the blanket 20-mile-an-hour zones. What do you say to the petitioners?
Well, first of all, I say to you that it is not a blanket ban, so it's important to be accurate about these things. To the petitioners, we say, of course, we take their views seriously. Once the policy is settled in, we will look to make sure that local authorities have properly assigned roads to different speed limits. In the meantime, the system is settling in very well. In Wales, people are abiding carefully by it. We will see the advantages in the lives that we will save, in the accidents that will not take place. And it's a small thing, I think, to ask people to drive a little bit more slowly in order to achieve that in the lives of others.
You say it's settling in. Does that mean that to some extent things might change in the future? There may be roads where it's inappropriate to have a 20-mile-an-hour zone?
I think we've said that already, that in a new system of this sort, it's important to review things. We'll need to give it a few months to be sure how the patterns of travel and so on are settling in. And then it's local authorities who decide whether to have exemptions to the 20-mile-an-hour policy. And we'll ask them again to review that to make sure that the right decisions were made.
And just finally, what do you think it says that this is the largest petition in the history of Welsh politics? The strength of feeling in Wales is clearly very, very strong.
I think it tells you that change is difficult, that when you're making things happen, you've got to be prepared to have those discussions and take people with you, and that's exactly the way that we'll be approaching it.
Well, that was a massive lie. It just said you have to carry the people with you, and that's exactly what we're doing. No, you've been completely ignoring the whole thing, the concerns of the public, same as Sadiq Khan in London when it came to ULEZ expansion. Completely ignored the concerns. He in fact completely rigged the consultation result and the outcome, and he's now saying, well, firstly, it's not a blanket policy. Then he said we could actually make changes. We could actually allow councils to make amendments, but they still have to come to us, so you're going to have veto powers. It makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. But of course, he wants to make his legacy. He wants to focus on himself. He loves his ego. He is Mark Drakeford. Let me know what you think. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.